Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet. You're the reason I wake up, the reason I smile.
But the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate, so you got to coordinate.
Uh-oh, which one of these competitors will be victorious on this episode of Think Different TV's Player Pass? Find out by tuning in Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Say hello to America's new favorite game show, Think Different TV's Play or Pass. Get ready to experience trivia like never before. It's not just about what you know, it's about how you play the game. Join our charismatic host Bubbles every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the most exhilarating trivia battles on television. As we wrap up our incredible first season, we're gearing up for an even more exciting season 2 in 2025. We're looking for sharp minds and strategic thinkers to join us for one-on-one duels, thrilling team battles, and high-energy tournaments for high school and college students. Think you've got what it takes to outsmart the competition? Prove it! Become a contestant by calling 267-225-1824 or emailing lashiastar2@gmail.com.
Go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
Hey, you're watching my mommy on Think Different TV.
What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Think Different TV, where minds meet. I'm your host, Lashia. Welcome, welcome. I want to welcome all of those who are brand new to Think Different TV. Thank you for joining us tonight. Also, those who have been aboard the Think Different TV choo-choo train, come on through, man. Y'all know we're going to have a hell of a ride tonight. We got a really great topic, and I'm just so happy that it's Monday, man. I had a little bit of a stressful morning, which was crazy because it wasn't meant to be that way, but the way, if you from Philly, if you know how SEPTA is set up, man, I don't know what it is about SEPTA, but I feel like sometimes it just it is put in place to make us go crazy. Like my anxiety was through the roof today. I missed out on 2 appointments at my job. Um and so I was really upset about that because this should never even happen. Should never even happen, but it happened. But, enough about my stressful Monday morning. It's Monday night. And as always, it is a pleasure to be here with you guys. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. Listen, I'm up here. I'm having a little drinky drink because today is Cinco de Mayo. All right. So I got my little drinky drink here, and we're gonna have fun tonight. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long because I know some of y'all probably want to get out and have a little drinky drink yourself, right? And I appreciate y'all for tuning in to Think Different TV every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the Think Different TV YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook. Now listen, guys, I'm gonna get a little check in with my volume. We got Triple Fire in the building. As always, he said, welcome to another episode of Think Different TV. We have a great show for you tonight to kick off. Hashtag Mommy Mayhem. Yes, this is the Mommy Mayhem series. It is May, y'all. Can y'all believe it? We already in the 5th month of this year. Like, where is this year going? Before you know, it's going to be June, and then the next thing you know, it's going to be December, and then we're going to be in 2026. Like, what's going on? I have no idea, but I needed to slow down a little bit, especially when you got rent right around the corner. You want that thing to slow down a little bit, you know? He also hashtag TDTV. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that great stuff. If you're on YouTube right now tuning in, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new episodes of Think Different TV, any episodes, replays, any exclusive interviews, reviews. I just did a review. So definitely tune in. Make sure that you hit that notification bell because I have a pretty strict schedule on what I drop. But just in case I feel a little frisky, I don't want you to miss out on anything. All right. Also, shout out to our sponsor, Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no chemicals, no additives, none of that crazy stuff in it. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate, make sure you hydrate the right way, especially after I drink these drinks. So I'm definitely going to need to hydrate with some Euphoria Water. Make sure you get your Euphoria Water today. Euphoria Water can be found on Instagram at Euphoria Water. That's UPHORIAWATER. All right. And if you live in the Philadelphia area and want Euphoria Water delivered to your home, contact Captain at 267-707-8279. All right. Now, Think Different TV, for those who don't know and those who do know, if you do know, you know that Think Different TV is not just a show, it's also a brand, it is a network. All right. And that network consists of several shows. Several shows being one, in my opinion, with Think Different TV's Lashia every Sunday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on It's Yours Radio, which is on Live 97.5 in Salisbury, Maryland. It's Yours Radio is hosted by my bros Donnie O and Beck. And you probably like, I don't live in Salisbury. How am I going to listen? Well, you can always go to www.live975.com. Listen in. I talk about some trending events that's happening amongst celebrities and everything like that. Right now, as we speak, the Met, I think is the gala or whatever is going on, and everybody's talking about Shador Sanders and how he's not being, drafted, or how he was drafted, and how this big conspiracy. Listen, guys, as much as I love football, I'm not in that realm. I'm not. I don't deal with the draft and stuff. I don't do all this stuff. I deal with the actual season. Who's playing? Who's not playing? Are my Eagles going to go all the way? Are we going to make this a two-peat? We'll see. We'll see. But we got, I don't know. Sometimes people get drafted, and here's my thing. Here's my thing. Being drafted is only half the battle. Hell, it's not even half. It's like 10% the battle. because you gotta get there with your team. You gotta get in where you fit in. All these different things. Matter of fact, there was a young guy that was drafted, right? And y'all remember this? I think it was last year. Young man drafted. Probably like a week or two later, he is unfortunately unalived in a car accident with two friends of his. You never know. You never know what's going to happen with the world. Also, just this year, it was a guy who was drafted and he unalived himself because there was he was involved with a a car accident that actually unalived a military former military guy, or a veteran. So he's about to face court for that, and then he ended up unaliving himself. And like everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like they had the funeral and everything. The mom was singing and everything like that. But I was like, "Wow!" Like he didn't want to face the consequence of him going to jail or going to prison, actually. And I think it was just too much for him to bear. You, he finally got his dream of being drafted, and then turn around and make a awful decision that cost him his draft, someone's life, and he was like, I can't deal with it. I don't even want to go to court over it. I'm gonna just unalive myself, and that's what ended up happening. Now I know we starting on a crazy note, but I'm just saying sometimes I don't get involved with the draft stuff because we got young kids getting drafted and then they don't even make it to the actual season. So let's kind of like let's just see what happens beyond that. Like, is he? And then here's the thing: he could get drafted and not even play. Like this was killing me. Like everybody making a big deal about it. I don't really care about all that. Like, is my Eagles playing? Are they healthy? Are we gonna go all the way? Like that's all I'm worried about, you know? So yeah, I don't deal with all that. But this past Sunday, I talked about the whole Mary J situation with Misa Hilton. And I ain't say it in my spiel, but when I was looking up pictures for old girl Misa Hilton, I was like, dude looks like a lady. I was like, is it? Is it a dude? I don't know. That ain't my business. Whatever. You know. I, apparently it's a woman. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, it look kind of rough. Like, you know. But then I was like, sometimes women be look. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But they was fighting over Vado, a rapper. Like not fighting over him, like wanting to be with him, but contracts and all that stuff. But y'all could definitely catch all that in my playlist, my In My Opinion playlist on my YouTube. It's there. Y'all get caught up with that. And also I talked about Amina Butterfly from off of Love and Hip Hop. Kind of tied them together because it was hip hop art, a rapper. And then I talked about someone from Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, she was talking about how her 10-year-old daughter don't want to go to school. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that was the topic this past Sunday. Make sure y'all go ahead and listen to that. It's not even 9 minutes of your time. Just go and listen to it. Leave your comments on the situations underneath the video. Let me know what y'all think about the whole situations. If you have no comment, that's fine too. I ain't got listen. Some people don't get meshed up in all that celebrity stuff, but hey, I'm diversifying my content. So a little bit for everybody. Some people like the ratchetness every now and then. So anyway, in my opinion, with Think Different TV, Lashia, every Sunday, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Think Different TV is what you're tuning into right now. Right now, right now, right now. I already told you what time it goes down, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram. We be keeping it popping. It's a lot that be going on. We're going to discuss a crazy topic tonight. I hope y'all ready. Buckle up, y'all seatbelts. It's going to be a wild ride. Tuesday nights, we got Think Different TV's Player Pass, which is the game show, man. Last week, I aired the first episode of the second season. Now, the second episode of the second season is not going to drop until the end of this month. But in the meantime, in between time, the next week's episode is episode 9 from season 1. RC versus Tone the Artist. Who is going to be victorious? Who knows? Tune in. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. It's going to be a great show. Wednesday night, hump day, we got Different TV, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, dropping on Patreon only, because it's a little too hot for YouTube, and it's too hot for Facebook and for Instagram. So I had to put it on Patreon. We talk about some really grown and sexy topics. Last week, what the heck we talked about last week? Last week we talked about playing with others, the do's and don'ts. This week we're going to be talking about indulging the senses. You know, all 5 senses during the do. So, if you know what the do is and you want to tune in 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Patreon, patreon.com/TDTV KDTV. All right. Now, I think I done dropped all the announcements for the night. Like I said, we got a really crazy topic coming up to y'all. Like I said, I won't keep y'all too long. After the first round, we're going to take a commercial break, but the commercial break is also our music video of the week, our TDTV music video of the week, which this week it is Fallen Angel by Forever the Rebel, featuring Baby Bermuda. I've been saying this. I've been doing my beats. I was like, Baby Bermuda. I was like, Baby Bermuda. And I still messed up. So anyway, I think because I was drinking a little bit. So today's TDTV music video of the week is Fallen Angel by Forever the Rebel, featuring Baby Bermuda. I'm sorry, I gotta say it like that, but I want to make sure that y'all get it. All right. So let me go to these comments real quick. All right. Not too many comments. I need a little bit of class participation because I know y'all out there and I know y'all tuning in and I know it's people on Facebook watching. I know it's people on YouTube watching. I can see y'all. I see y'all. So drop the city you're tuning in from right now in the comments. Help us out. We gotta build the algorithm. Listen, y'all. And also, if you like what you see, share the love by sharing the live. And after you share the live, hashtag TDTV. Now I'm going to throw this beautiful banner up here, right? You see that banner right there that I just threw up there? At the bottom, you can see my IG and all that great stuff. If you haven't followed me on IG, do a sister a solid and go ahead and follow me on IG. If you haven't subscribed on my YouTube, do a sister a solid and follow me on YouTube. Well, subscribe to my YouTube. And if you want to, bless a sister with a little something, my Cash App and my Venmo is in said banner as well. I mean, even $1 can help. You never know. You never know. And I'm not the begging type. I make this content. I got years and years of content. Y'all can look on past episodes. I ain't never been a beggar like, oh, please, 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 you know, cash at me, Venmo me, or the. But I'm just saying, like, if it's there and you feel in your heart, you want to, donate a little something, something. Listen, I'm not stopping you. The information is there, and that's it for my social media begging for right now. We're gonna get into this hot topic because it's hot time. And like I said, I don't want to keep y'all too long. All right. Crazy topic. Y'all want to hear it? Here it go.
I'm coming in hot.
How about no?
I asked your ass this shit one time.
What?
When you was gonna tell me that our youngest ain't mine.
Who?
Don't play with me right now, Kia. I swear to your baby daddy told me that our youngest is not mine, Kia.
See, why do you have to go and be messy like that? First of all, you already knew that in the first place.
Whoa. Oh no, hell no. How? Yeah, I signed the birth certificate, so how I'm supposed to know, Kia, that it ain't my kid?
The father. So what do you mean? I didn't need to go back and tell you nothing. You already knew that me and my baby daddy was even having dealings in the first place a lot at that time. Anyway.
Kia, we was in a relationship, so how am I supposed to know he ain't my kid?
You knew that we were sleeping together. What do you mean?
Kia, I'm about to slap the shit out of you. You keep,
Right.
This ain't, you fucked up, yo. You messed up this time, bro. You messed up this time.
How? You signed you signed the birth certificate.
I signed the birth certificate because I thought it was mine, Kia.
Okay, you thought wrong.
What the fuck, Kia? Put the food down, Kia. Put the food down, Kia. Put the food down. I'ma knock it out your hand. Put the food down. I'ma knock it out your hand, Kia. You know what?
Okay, so what? Let's talk. So what is it that you want to know?
Why didn't you tell me that he wasn't mine, Kia? Why did you have me believing that he was mine the whole time?
Because at the end of the day, you knew that me and his dad, his biological father, were sleeping together.
Kia, I didn't know that. How did I know that? We was in a whole relationship.
Because we had separated at a point in time, and I went to go stay over there. You didn't think that I was over there sleeping with him the whole time?
No, because you told me y'all didn't have nothing else going on.
I ain't say that. You believe anything, bro. Like, at the end of the day, he's not yours. And yeah, I knew the whole time.
Yo, go get this little nigga shit, all of this shit out my house right now.
No.
Get your shit and get out. Go get the little nigga shit. Go get the little nigga shit out my house, Kia.
But we have our daughter is yours.
Well, shit, I'm gonna get a DNA test on her too. Hell, I don't know which one mine. I don't know which one. Either you go get that little nigga shit out my house, or I'm gonna get it for you. Either you go get it, or I'm gonna get it for you.
I don't want to go get nothing. If anything, you need to stop recording so we can have a good conversation.
No, we got a good conversation. Everybody needs to know about your ass. You put me on camera all the time. Now I found out our youngest ain't mine. So what's the problem now? You like cameras, right? You like cameras until you in front of one, right?
Being a simp that you are, you knew that the whole time. You stay with me, and anytime I do something, bro. Anytime I do something, you always tend to stay. You knew that my baby wasn't yours.
I'm gonna let that marinate a little bit for y'all. I'm gonna let it marinate a little bit for y'all, because I don't think a lot of people was able to fully digest what just happened, what just transpired between these two individuals. I don't know exactly what this lady was sipping on, but I have a feeling that it was audacity, okay? Because ain't no way you are sitting up there calm, cool, and collected while this man is in your face telling you that he found out that the youngest child is not his now. Albeit y'all probably be like, oh, this is probably one of them stupid skits. People be making these stupid skits and they do all this dumb stuff and they be putting up skits and you can't tell what's real or fake anymore. Okay, yeah, it may be a skit, but I know for a lot of people, it hit a nerve. It hit a major nerve. And I have a feeling like this was not a skit. But I do, once again, I feel type of way when people, if it's not a skit and this is like a matter, a private matter, I would be like, yo, because you never know what the other person is gonna do. You never know if they're gonna crash out. You never know what their reaction is gonna be to what you come to them with. So let's start with because it was several different things she went through to gaslight this guy. One, she played dumb. She played dumb. Okay. She first was like when he said this child ain't mine. She's like, who? Now, wherever your girlfriend or your boyfriend turn into an owl, they lying off the bat. Soon as they turn into an owl, when they become nocturnal, that means that they is lying. And yes, I used improper English, grammar, whatever you want to call it. But that's what that means. They is lying. Whatever they saying after that is gonna be a lie. Like you hear it all the time. That girl been calling your phone all day. Who? Nigga, you know who? you know who was calling you. Like, stop saying who. You know who. That child ain't mine. Who? Well, we have deduced that there are two children that they shared, that he thought they shared. So it gotta be one of them. And it's just like, what is going on? First she said, who? Then she looked down and smiled. She thinks it's funny. That's that I just got caught smile. I just got caught smile. This dude has got the drop on me. He about to light me up. But I got something for him before he even attempts to light me up. Then she says, but you knew. You knew he wasn't yours. You knew because you knew I was still messing with my ex. How he supposed to know that? Was this an open relationship? Was she letting him know, hey, I'm about to go bang bang with my ex real quick and then I'm going to be back to bang bang with you? Like, Was this a discussion? How was he supposed to know? And I truly believe he was not the type that be checking up on it like that. Like, oh, who you talking to? I truly believe he's not even that type, because he would have been put on to everything that was going on before it even went on. You could tell she's not scared of him. You could tell she feels like her chocha is golden. She thinks it's made out of solid gold. She thinks that is liquid gold, that he is, no, it's not solid gold, it's liquid gold, and it's warm, and he ain't gonna give it up. So the smile meant different things. Oh crap, I'm caught. He done caught me. Ah, you got me. Also, I'm about to light him up before he light me up. And also, he gonna do all this. He ain't gonna leave me. That smile said all that. Just that simple smile said all that. All right. And then you knew. You already knew. He ain't know none of that, lady. Come on now. He ain't know you was messing around with your ex. He ain't know that. Like, that made me mad, because it's so many women out here that they just want a good dude. They like, I just want a good dude. But some of these dudes be jaded. They jaded because they end up with females like this, and then they can't trust no other females. They can't trust no females, because and yes, okay. When they deal with females like this, it's hard for them to trust women who are not like that. See, this is a female. This is not a woman. This is a female. She had, and the reason why I can say that about this lady is because she done reduced herself down to her private parts. Cause she like, you knew I was messing with my ex. You already knew that. And you knew our son wasn't yours, but you mostly knew as the carrier of the child, and you knowing about conception, when that happened, you knew it wasn't his child, but yet you let him sign the birth certificate. And this really burns me up, because there's women out here that's like, oh, well, if he gonna sign it, then I'm not gonna stop him, even though they know full well that he not the father of their child. And that's how paternity fraud is a thing. What is paternity fraud, Lashia? Well, I'll tell you what it is. Paternity fraud is the act of deliberately and falsely identifying a man as the biological father of a child, usually for financial or other personal gain. This misrepresentation can involve falsely naming a man on legal documents, like birth certificates, or through other deceptive actions, like manipulating paternity test. Now, it's pretty hard to manipulate a paternity test. It's really hard to do that. Like, if you're like, they might, so this is how they can manipulate it. The only way I could think of them manipulating the paternity test is not showing up for it to be done, because for the most part, DNA diagnostics and all these places that do paternity tests are really reputable places, and they take, DNA very seriously. So they're not going to allow a lady to come in there and mess around with samples. And even so, if that's the case, how are they going to get a sample that matches the child? It just doesn't make any sense. So the only way they can manipulate paternity tests is by always saying that they can't be present to have it done, because I think you have to have the mother, the father, and the child there to do the paternity test. I think it's a swab or whatever. I think you can even do a blood test. It's weird how they doing it nowadays. If they do it by blood, she still got to bring the child there. Like if he don't have the child in his custody, she still has to bring the child to the thing to get the test done. So if she don't bring the child, no test can be had. So he can just go for years and years. If he already signed a birth certificate, that's even worse because he's on the hook. And in a lot of states, once you sign a birth certificate, it's a legal binding document that even if you find out that the child is not yours, it's going to be hard to get your name off of that birth certificate. It's going to be hard to get you out of that financial obligation because the state always looks for what's in the best interest of the child, right? And if there is nobody to take your place on that birth certificate at the time you're trying to get off of it, they're going to look at, well, what's the best interest for the child? Well, the child can't have no father on there because when the mom goes and applies for financial assistance, we need to have somebody we can go and recoup that back from. So if you take yourself off the birth certificate, it got to be another man coming right in after you to sign the birth certificate and say, I'm going to take his place on the birth certificate, which is still going to be a lengthy process. It's not so simple, right? So once you sign a birth certificate, you on the hook, honey. So that's why they all like, I'm a big proponent of get a DNA test at the time of birth. Get it done, get it over with before you even sign the birth certificate. But you know this shit. No, nope. Get it done. Because women like this, they can go for years and years with the kind. What? He don't look like me. Oh, come on now. He got the same size feet you do. What? Man, he laughed just like you. And sometimes if a child is around a parent long enough, around a person long enough, they start adapting their ways. You have him around this man for 15 years, he's going to start, if he has a close bond with this man, he's going to start acting like this man. Or if it's a little girl, she's going to start picking up certain mannerisms of her dad or start acting like her. Oh, he like just it burns me up when stuff like this happens. But paternity fraud is so common. And the best way to not be a victim of paternity fraud is to always wrap it up. If you're having intercourse with someone, I want to have intercourse with you. Bang, bang, bang. Intercourse with you. Relations. Make sure you wrap it up. All right. Make sure that, and I know it's extreme, but some guys, if they once they reach their climax and they ejaculate into the condom, what they do is they take the condom with them. They don't leave it behind or they flush it. and it's to further protect themselves because they're like, this chick could take my stuff and be like, put it in a turkey baster and baste itself. And then next thing I know, I got a child. So, it's a lot of guys that, and listen, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. So guys be like, listen, I'm taking my swimmers home with me. My kids are in the bag. I'm taking them home with me. Right? I can't say abstain from sex, because if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Right? But you got to be smart about it. And ladies that perpetrate a paternity fraud, they scum. All right? They scum, they trash. I'm not I have no respect for women that be like, oh, this I'm telling you, this baby is, and they know it's not. They know it's not that baby's father. All right. Now, intentional deception. Paternity fraud is a deliberate act, meaning the person involved, usually the mother, knowingly misidentifies the father. Motivations. The primary motivation for paternity fraud is often to secure child support payments, but it can also involve other personal reasons. Methods. Paternity fraud can be accomplished in various ways, including falsifying birth certificates, listing an incorrect father's name on the birth certificate, misrepresentation in legal documents, providing false information in legal documents related to child support or custody, manipulating DNA testing, tampering with DNA samples or results. And legal consequences of paternity fraud is still like up in the air. Like it says, while not always a criminal offense, paternity fraud can have serious legal consequences. It can lead to disputes over child support and custody, and the misidentified father may be able to pursue legal action for damages. And then it says, uncovering paternity fraud. Genetic testing is the most reliable method for determining paternity. If a man suspects paternity fraud, he can request a paternity test, and the court may order the mother and child to undergo testing. But there you go. The court can order it, but the mom could be like, I ain't showing up. I ain't showing up. You remember the show Paternity Court with Judge Lauren Lake? Man, some of them stories, like it was one guy, he did time in jail. He did time in jail because he missed child support payments. And that's stupid. I don't agree with that either. If he missed child support, you lock him up so he can't make money to pay child support. What kind of sense does that make? But anyway, hold on, y'all. I had to sneeze real quick. So anyway, so that doesn't make any sense to me. You lock him up so he can't pay child support, and then you still screaming about him not paying child support. So the dude he was locked up because he didn't pay child support. And then they go to the paternity court, come to find out he ain't even the father of the child. So he spent time in jail, all this different stuff, got all this stuff going on his name. And the crazy thing is he didn't even sign the birth certificate, y'all. He didn't even sign the birth certificate. What happened was I think he moved or something like that. The girl wound up getting pregnant or whatever. She wanted to apply for assistance. The only person's name she could think of, like that she knew the whole name of, was this guy. And she knew she messed with him unprotected. So she put his name down so she could get benefits. Now, did she know that they was going to go after him for child support and all this different stuff to recoup what they've been giving her for assistance? I don't know. She knew she didn't care. at the end of the day. So next thing you know, he living his life, he doing his thing or whatever like that. And then come to find out, I think he had a warrant or something. He driving, they pull him over, he got a warrant, and they say, you got a warrant for unpaid child support. And he said, child support? I don't got no child. They like, yes, you do. You know this woman, da 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 da. So he get in touch with her, like, he find out, track down who she is, find like, yo, how you put me that I'm your baby father on these documents and this the third. And then she like, but I did have a child by you, you left and everything like that, and I found out I was pregnant, blah blah blah. Trying to keep up with the kind. So like I said, took the turn test, was not the father. This happens a lot. It's infuriating for a lot of people. This woman in this video did not care. She did not care. Now, granted, it was the man went a little too far when he was talking about something, get his stuff and get out of my house and all this different stuff. Because at the end of the day, the child didn't do anything wrong. But it seemed like these women do these things and they like, oh, and I forgot the other things that she did while she was gaslighting him. Not only did she gaslight him, but she was also insulting him. She was talking about he's a simp and all this different stuff. And he said, she said, oh, well, remember we broke up and I went to go stay over at his house. Well, you didn't think I was just over there and I wasn't sleeping with him. He was like, well, you told me you wasn't doing anything. First, she said, I ain't never tell you nothing like that. But then she said, you believe anything. So that's telling me she did tell him that, and that he was stupid for believing what she said, because apparently she lies every time she moves her lips. So in more ways than ones. So so anyway, he definitely he was upset. He was upset. I give that to him. He had every right to be upset. I just think that when he was talking about something, get that little ninja stuff and get out of my house and all this different stuff, that was like going a little too far, because at the end of the day, you know, I have a problem with men calling kids, you know, little kids like ninjas anyway. I have a problem with that anyway. Because words are a powerful thing, and we gotta start speaking life into these kids and stop calling them these certain things, because they grow up thinking that that's what they are, and they don't, and some don't even have the drive or the motivation to be anything other than what you keep saying they are. So I don't know, I was a little perturbed about that, but his crash out was justified, because it's like, dude, like, girl. And then you sit up there like, and she's so, the arrogance was just overwhelming, and it was making me upset, because she's arrogant and she does not realize that it's guys that unalive whole families for way less. Like, people, like, men and women are crashing out in big ways nowadays. They're unaliving whole families. They're doing a lot. And to just be sitting there so cavalier, so, unassuming, so arrogant, thinking you're untouchable. But nothing stopped that man from going to the kitchen, grabbing a knife and coming back and slicing and dicing you up. Like, craziness. But yeah, we at the we're almost at the 50-minute mark. So what we're gonna do is take a little pause for the cause, and we're gonna go into this TDTV music video of the week, which is Fallen Angel by Forever the Rebel, featuring Baby Bermuda. All right. Dope video. Dope, y'all. Wait till y'all see this video, yo. Wait till y'all hear this music, yo. Like, Forever the Rebel, you got something with this one, man. But yeah, we gonna get into this TDTV music video of the week and then come back with more of Think Different TV. See ya!
Hey, this is your favorite niece, Aaliyah. You're watching Think Different TV, hosted by Lashia, and this is the music video of the week.
Dark Realm. Dark Realm.
California breeze, rolling palm trees, smoking my lungs. I can't hear blood on my hands. What have I done? Rockin' Louis V, I'm so Gucci, I'm too fly. Lost my mind, falling lost, falling down. I'm falling down. Rockin' Louis V, I'm so Gucci, I'm too fly. Falling down, I'm too high. I don't wanna be me no more. Feel like my heart and my mind is at war. Fighting my demons, I need me a sword. Hold up, I thought that I told you before. You could just tell that I'm one of the ones. Fell out the sky, they don't know where I'm from. Fell out the sky, get blind from the sun. Where you go, don't go nowhere. Why you acting like you don't care? You know it's breaking my heart still. Wash my face, wipe my tears. I fucked up a few times, but you was still my everything. Now I know I might get feel a thing. Now I'm pouring from medicine like, oh. California breeze, rolling palm trees, smoking my lungs. I can't hear blood on my hands. What have I done? Rockin' Louis V, I'm so Gucci, I'm too fly. Lost my mind, falling down, falling down. I'm falling down. Rockin' Louis V, I'm so Gucci, I'm too fly. Falling down, I'm too high.
Yeah, I'm too high. Roll up a big blood, pop me a Percocet back. I'm straight for the night. Ride with a bad bitch, eat a little shit from the back, little pussy right. Your side of the type I like. Ain't the guts going left, get right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of a motherfucking check. I done start my day off right. Get a shot it to the crib, yeah. Shot it run me like a bike, yeah. Shot it run me like Harley, yeah. I be fair with carpet, yeah. With a free big Barbie, yeah. Floating in the wood like a carpet.
California breeze, rolling palm trees, smoking my lungs. I can't hear blood on my hands. What have I done? Rockin' Louis V, I'm so Gucci, I'm too fly. Lost my mind, fall in love.
GoFundMe is not life insurance. The time for life insurance is now.
I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
Like I said, y'all, that was the TDTV music video of the week. Fallen Angel by Forever the Rebel featuring Baby Bermuda. Man, oh man, didn't I tell y'all that? First of all, coming off of going to see the movie Sinners and then to see this video, oh my gosh, like, and I really like, y'all got to go check her out on Instagram. I just like the style. I like, I like black rockers, man. Like, I'm a big fan of that realm. So, like, the fact that she's playing an instrument, it got, man, y'all understand. I'm getting my life right now. But let's jump into these comments, get back into this hot topic that's hot to, all right, just like this.
Mari, she knows good and damn well that baby doesn't look like me.
He looks just like him.
I tell you, Mr. Squidward, that baby's ugly as hell.
That blobfish-looking baby.
They got the same nose and everybody.
Nah, baby, my nose doesn't sag. It stands up.
So, SpongeBob, you believe the baby might be someone else's?
Bob, look, I'm not stupid. She's obviously cheating on me with Squidward.
Not only do you believe she's cheating on you, but she believes you're cheating on her with Sandy?
Me and Sandy are just cool.
Murray, I knew he was cheating when he started bringing sea roaches to the pineapple.
He was bringing home shrimp?
Yes, and fleas.
Man, why would I lie about cheating? Come on.
Well, SpongeBob took a lie detector test to determine if he was lying, and the results are in. We asked SpongeBob if he had sexual intercourse with Sandy the squirrel. He said hell no. The test results determined that was a lie.
What?
That test is lying.
What lie? And then we're going to catch the mange? Where the hell come get the mange from?
We also took a DNA test for baby Squirtavia SquarePants. In the case of 1-year-old Squirtavia SquarePants, SpongeBob, you are not the father.
I told you.
All right. Yeah. So we are going back into this hot topic, Mommy Mayhem series, which is all May. We're going to be talking about different stories involving different mothers for the month of May. This one was You Knew He Wasn't Yours Though. And I just showed y'all a video on the first half. If you didn't catch that, you just joining in. Welcome to Think Different TV. You might want to rewind, or just stick around, stick and stay, and then after watch the replay. Kendria Bland is hilarious, all right, and she's been doing this series with SpongeBob and Squidward and everything, and she does her own editing and everything. She's just amazing, and it was so funny because I already locked in on what I was gonna do for the topic or whatever. And I don't know, maybe I was sending it into the airwaves or whatever like that. But next thing I know, I'm scrolling my timeline and that video pops up and I said, oh my gosh, this is perfect for the show. So I wanted to throw that in there. Shout out to Kendria Bland. Just know I'm not stealing your stuff. I'm just showing people how creative and amazing you are. So I don't want you to come at me like you stealing my content, trying to make money. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to let everybody know you're amazing and that they need to check out more of your content. That's why your name all over it, all up and through it, just so they know how to find you. But yeah, crazy, man. I just want to say this. That lady is in for a world of hurt. Not necessarily by old boy. She called him a simp and everything. I'm like, yo, you going too far. Like, you know you in the wrong. Like when you know you in the wrong, it's just certain things you shouldn't say to the person that's crashing out. You just like should keep your mouth shut or just apologize or apologize until you are safely a distance away from this person. Cause dudes are the generation nowadays. They have no qualms about unaliving somebody with the quickness. I mean, it was bad during my generation before that, but like now it's like I've seen videos of women behind the wheels of cars purposely trying to run over a guy, like excuse me, running into his house, trying to run him over, you know, just doing crazy stuff. So when I see stuff like that in these videos where women are just like a total disregard for the guy's feelings and how he may feel, and then, like she already knew that she ain't ish, and she know that now she caught, and she's you can either fight, flight, or flee. No, fight, flight is fight, flight, or freeze. I'm sorry. Fight, flight, or freeze. So she's choosing to fight. She's choosing to fight because he wants her to leave. She don't want to leave, so she's trying to defy him and say, I'm not gonna leave. She's not freezing. She's just sitting up there and you know what example of freeze is? Y'all ever seen that clip from the court show with the married couple that's on the bench, and and then the guy was suing the lady, and then this other guy showed up and said that sorry y'all, I don't know, I got something in my throat. This other guy came in, he took the stand and said, yeah, me and her just had intercourse like this morning, and she was just standing there like stuck. Like she was saying nothing or nothing. She was doing the mannequin challenge. Yeah, that is freeze. Yeah, this girl is like, I'm gonna fight to the bitter end. I'm gonna call him all type of names. I'm gonna say he's a simp. I'm gonna make him think he crazy. Like he knew me and him with the ex was messing around. Why he acting brand new? And then it was interesting because I I want to double back because I know I said I don't like when people be putting stuff on social media, this and the third. But if it's true, like she always in his face with a camera trying to portray to the world that they're this big happy family, all the while having this big enormous secret in the tuck, then yeah, she need to be exposed. She needed to be exposed. Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on with my throat. In the meantime, in between time, I went on Reddit, and well, before I even go to that, let me go to the comments. All right, we got I am Young P in the building. What's up, bro? He said, "Yo, what's up, people? I'm finishing up my deliveries." He he also said, "That's not a female, that's a bird." Triolafire said that she is scam likely. And I'm Young P said, y'all do know you don't have to sign their birth certificate, right? I'm sure there's many men that know that they don't have to sign it, but they probably get it. It's a case by case basis, because there's some men that don't sign the birth certificate that are the fathers of the children, and they just don't want to, like, for whatever reason, they just like, you know what, I'm not signing it. And they get into gaslighting the lady, like, how I know it's my baby and this, that, and the third. And so he knows it's going to be a while before they can get a paternity test done. And here's another thing. He could not show up to be tested. So that's going to have him in the wing. So yeah, it get crazy. It get crazy. But a lot of guys know they don't have to sign it. But if you marry excuse me, in a lot of states, if you are married to the woman who had your baby, it is presumed that you are the father, and there's no getting out of that. In some states, I know that. But if she just some chick that you banging, eh, or even a girlfriend, and you don't know for certain if it's your child, don't sign it. Don't sign it. Shiva Lafayette her said that manipulation tactic is the real deal. I'm Young P say they lie to people so they can get protection for the mother, but you don't have to sign it. Oh, because I was talking about I want to have intercourse with you. Bang, bang, bang. Intercourse with you. Relations. She Olafai her said brought to you by Stewie, a Family Guy. He said kids in the bed got me. I'm Young Peace. Stop. Peace that I leave my kids on the side of the road. Stop. You know what? You know what I'm thinking of when you said that? Do y'all remember Nutty Professor too? When Buddy um was this blob and he was separated from Sherman, and with them being separated, it's like um Buddy love. Buddy being separated from Sherman, he had Sherman's smarts, like his smart genes. And little bit by little bit, Sherman was losing his intelligence. So y'all remember that part at the end when they was at the I think it was the train station or something like that. And Buddy was just a blob. First he was getting kicked here and there. Then he ended up on this black lady's butt. And then he ended up on the black lady's butt, right? she he said you better not, and she farted, and when she farted he went up in the air and he landed on like this fountain or whatever. And then he was trying, like, Buddy knew that once he was gone, Sherman wouldn't be smart anymore. He wouldn't be smart anymore. So once he got to the fountain, he just dried up right there on the fountain. And the little patch that he left, I don't know why, but I IMLP when you said that, that's what I thought of. When he dried up on the fountain right before her teardrop like brought it back to life and then went down the fountain, and then and he had to drink the water in the fountain, and his dad showed up. He was like, oh no, it's not going fast enough. He started trying to drown Sherman in the fountain. Okay, that's enough. But Nutty Professor 2 was hilarious. Like that, you know what? One of the better sequels I've seen. Like Nutty Professor was good. Nutty Professor 2, the clumps was like top tier. It was like it was just as good as the original one. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. He said far away from the house. Ew. Ew. He said I'm suing her and pressing charges on that bird. Triple Five her says scam. She knew she did it because he was a nice guy, most likely. Iron P said, y'all know they said 70% of father in America aren't fathers of their kids. 70% of fathers in America aren't fathers of their kids. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. But Trevo, really? We both crazy. That's okay. I'll be crazy. But okay. Real quick before I head off of it, got like 4 or 5 minutes left. Maybe even 6. Like I'm trying to stretch to 9:15. All right, real quick. I'm gonna read this for y'all real quick, and y'all can leave y'all comments on the story. I've been on Reddit and I've been reading stories about men who found out that they were not the fathers after after a long period of time or whatever. That's not the one. Hold on. Let me see. Some of these are super long. Okay. Here's a good one. Okay. When I was in the Navy, yes, we can sail the 7 seas. Okay. When I was in the Navy, I had an on again, off again relationship with my girl back home. First big red flag. On again, off again. All right. On again, off again. On my last deployment, my girlfriend told me via email that she was knocked up. I accepted it. Emailed my parents, told the military, all that jazz. I ended up getting discharged, so I went back home. He didn't say dishonorably or honorably discharged. He didn't say that. I would have liked to know. But anyway, and took care of my pregnant girlfriend. She had the baby, and I thought I was the father for 5 months while she was on vacation with a girlfriend. I think he said she I think he meant to say she went on vacation with a girlfriend. While she was gone, I got an email from her boyfriend telling me that they had been together for the last 4 months. Also, for the week in Myrtle Beach, I was bankrolling, meaning for people who don't understand what bankrolling means, it means that he was pretty much funding their trip in Myrtle Beach. After that, I got the paternity test, found out it wasn't mine, and told her I was done and wanted no contact. The slitty part, because I don't want to cuss on here because I want to get monetized. So the crappy part is that my parents still babysit and treat the kid like their grandkid. So she's at a lot of family functions and such. Also, the guy wasn't even the father. F her. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Let me know. What do y'all think about that? Cause that is crazy. First of all, while he is away in the Navy, deployed, they're on again, off again. Here's Chivo's thoughts on it. While he is deployed, first of all, when he said on again, off again girlfriend, I was like, right there, do you not have her locked in? She's not locked in. All right. And he obviously been hitting it raw. That's why he believed that this baby was his. And then the guy calls all bold, talking about, yeah, you know, when we went to Myrtle Beach, you was paying for the whole thing and the baby not yours. And then he goes and gets a paternity test, and it turns out the baby is not his, and it is not the baby of the guy who called him. So she played both these fools. Now, What really get me is at the end he said, "My family still has this lady around and the baby." So your family don't like you. Like, your family definitely don't like you. Your family do not like you. For them to keep this lady around and this baby, knowing that this lady deceived you, lied to you, all of the above, your family don't like you. For some reason, might be the black sheep of your family, and they like her more than they like you for some reason. I don't know what it is. That's not for me to decipher. All I know is that from reading the little passage that you gave us, there's no way in hell that your family can love you and care about you and keep around a person that caused you great pain. There's no way. So your family do not like you. I just want to put that out there. But that's what I got from it. I'm Young Peace said, keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep rolling, rolling, roll. Triple File her said, first red flag, he went to the military. Man, you are across seas, boy. She cheating like a ref in a playoff home game that's been paid a day in advance. Mm-mm-mm. Said these birds, the real Robin Hood. They steal from the rich and give to the poor. Trivo LaFare said their family got an insurance policy on. IMP said she probably done root them. That's possible. That is possible. What's up, Slim Jim Longfoot? How are you? Welcome to the tail end of Think Different TV. Hopefully you'll be able to go and watch the replay and see what we're talking about. But yeah. Oh, and he said, share it out. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, what I got from it is that he should have known she was 304. He, his family don't like him, and that she I don't know how many men she got on her roster, because for her to have a guy with her that decide he want to call her, I don't even know who the boyfriend was at that time. Like, who was the boyfriend? um True Fire said she had 304,000. That's the new model. Yeah, so yeah, his family don't like him. Yeah, it's too much going on with that, and that's what I got from it. Well, anyway, y'all, that concludes this episode of Think Different TV. Cause I said I wasn't gonna keep y'all too long. It's several other stories y'all kind of saw me like sifting through them, but I just went to that one because it's like a shorthand story that y'all can hear, y'all can listen to, make up your minds what y'all want to say about it. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. Still leave your comments below because I want to know what y'all think. This is the start of the Mommy Mayhem series. I got another story coming next week. Please, please, please tune in. Like I said, Think Different TV is not just a show. It is a brand. It is a network. And tomorrow we have Think Different TV's Player Pass. All right. Episode 9 of season 1. Replaying for you guys. RC versus Tone the Artist. Who is victorious? Who knows? Tune in tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we still got to finish out the week with Kink Different TV, which is available on Patreon only. That's www.patreon.com. TDTV, KDTV. All right. Patreon.com TDTV, KDTV. All right. I want to say that I had a blast hanging out with you guys tonight. I don't know what's going on with my throat right now. It's acting up. Probably because of the drinks. Happy Cinco de Mayo. All right. Get my drink on. And we're going to end this episode with a replay of the TDTV music video of the week, Fallen Angel by Forever the Rebel, featuring Baby Bermuda. All right, so stay tuned for that. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. As always, it's a pleasure. I hope you got a lot of value out of what I've shown you tonight. And as always, have a great week. And I'll see y'all all next week. Bye.
I'm coming in hot.
Hey, this is your favorite niece, Aaliyah. You're watching Think Different TV, hosted by Lashia, and this is the music video of the week.
Dark Realm. You think you know me?
California breeze, rolling palm trees, smoking my lungs. I can't hear blood on my hands. What have I done? Rockin' Louis V, and some Gucci. I'm too fly. Lost my mind. Falling lost. Falling, girl. I'm falling. Rockin' Louis V, and some Gucci. I'm too fly. Falling.
I'm coming in hot.
Hey, this is your favorite niece, Aaliyah. You're watching Think Different TV, hosted by Lashia, and this is the music video of the week.
Dark Realm. You think you know me?
California breeze, rolling palm trees, smoking my lungs. I can't hear blood on my hands. What have I done? Rockin' Louis V, and some Gucci. I'm too fly. Lost my mind. Falling lost. Falling, girl. I'm falling. Rockin' Louis V, and some Gucci. I'm too fly. Falling. I don't wanna be me no more. Feel like my heart and my mind is at war. Fighting my demons, I need me a sword.
GoFundMe is not life insurance. The time for life insurance is now.
I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
But the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate. See, you got to coordinate.
Uh-oh, which one of these competitors will be victorious on this episode of Think Different TV's Player Pass? Find out by tuning in Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Say hello to America's new favorite game show, Think Different TV's Play or Pass. Get ready to experience trivia like never before. It's not just about what you know, it's about how you play the game. Join our charismatic host Bubbles every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the most exhilarating trivia battles on television. As we wrap up our incredible first season, we're gearing up for an even more exciting season 2 in 2025. We're looking for sharp minds and strategic thinkers to join us for one-on-one duels, thrilling team battles, and high-energy tournaments for high school and college students. Think you've got what it takes to outsmart the competition? Prove it! Become a contestant by calling 267-225-1824 or emailing lashiastar2@gmail.com. Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet.
You're the reason I